Children, today we are going with heater measurement. Yesterday we discussed about clinical thermometer and how to use that one. What are the different parts present to that one? We are having hoop. Then next, capillary tube. Then kink, glass bulb, and next we are having mercury. These are present in the clinical thermometer. And yesterday we talked about expansion of liquids. What will happen? Liquids expand on heating. Liquids expand on heating and contracts on cooling. So we discussed liquids expands on heating and contracts on cooling. So we can see that the first one yesterday we discussed about clinical thermometer. We are having one more thermometer that is called as the laboratory thermometer. The other one is called the laboratory thermometer. Here you can see that what is this laboratory thermometer? To know the temperature, of acids and bases, we will use this laboratory thermometer. Laboratory thermometer also contains hook will not be present to that one, but we will have capillary tube, kink, glass bulb, and in laboratory thermometer instead of mercury we will have alcohol. Instead of mercury we will have alcohol. Here you can see that the laboratory thermometer will be very longer than the clinical thermometer. You can see the clinical thermometer will be this much, means to this double the laboratory thermometer will be there. And in clinical thermometer you can see that the mercury will be present. In laboratory thermometer we can see alcohol will be present. Why? Because in laboratory thermometer we will have minus and plus values, means 0 degrees above and 0 degrees below. If it is above 0 degrees, we will tell 1 degree, 2 degrees, 10 degrees, 20 degrees, like that. If it is below 0 degrees, means minus 2 degrees, minus 5 degrees, minus 10 degrees, minus 20 degrees. So we are having minus values and also even plus values we are having. This also we will get in the Celsius scale and Fahrenheit scale. Here the reading for this laboratory thermometer also we will have in Celsius and in Fahrenheit also. Why we are taking alcohol? You know the color of this one will be reddish brown. The color of the alcohol will be reddish brown. If you are seeing the mercury, it will be gray in color. Sometimes it will not be visible for us. It will not be visible for us to note the exact reading. If it is alcohol, it is reddish brown in color, so it is possible for us to note down the reading. So we can have in the thermometer two liquids we can have. What is that? One is mercury, the other one is alcohol. What is the laboratory? For what purpose we are using this laboratory thermometer? Laboratory thermometer is used to know the temperature of acids and bases. To the laboratory thermometer we are having the minus and plus values, and we can see that these laboratory thermometers are in Celsius and Fahrenheit scales we are having. And one more thing, the color of what is present in this alcohol is present. The color of the alcohol is reddish brown in color. We can see that one. So these are all present here, and we will see the concentration of the acids and bases. How much concentration is there? How much we have to reduce to do our experiment? This all we will do. This is of clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer. Now we are going to see the properties of mercury and the properties of alcohol. Shall we see that one? So you can see here properties of mercury, then properties of alcohol. So coming to here, the properties of mercury. So see here the properties of mercury and the properties of alcohol. This is a 4 marks answer which is very important. Its expansion is uniform. Means it gives us a correct reading. As I said for you, whenever we are using a clinical thermometer, what we have to do? We have to jerk the clinical thermometer. Why? Because the mercury should comes to its normal position. Why? Because when we are seeing the temperature of a particular person, what will happen? We can see that to one person who is having more fever, it reaches up to 102, 104 like that. If the temperature is low at 100 degrees, again it comes back to its normal position. So whenever we are using the clinical thermometer to one or the other person, we will just clean that one and we will use that. And before keeping two, now I kept for one particular person, I have to use it for the second one. What I have to do, I have to jerk that one to come to the normal position. Then it is opaque and shiny. We know that what is opaque means the light rays cannot pass through them, and already I told for you it is grey in color, very shiny and very slippery. If you try to hold that in your hand, it will never stick to your hand. It will just move like this, like a ball in our hand. You can take a small piece of that and keep in your hand. A silver ball is rotating in our hand like that. It will be. It is very slippery. It does not stick to the sides of the tube. In where it is present in the clinical thermometer, it is present in the capillary tube. What will happen at that particular place? It will not stick to the walls of the capillary tube. It is a good conductor of heat and it is easily available in pure state. Please try to understand. Its expansion is uniform. Now itself you must get. Its expansion is uniform. It is opaque and shiny. It does not stick to the sides of the tube. It is a good conductor of heat. It is easily available in pure state. It is easily available in pure state. Next one, properties of alcohol when you are coming. It can record very low temperatures. Already I told for you, for the clinical thermometer, we are having above 0 degrees Celsius and below 0 degrees Celsius. Means minus values are also present. So that minus values also will be recorded in this laboratory thermometer. Its expansion per degree Celsius rises in temperature very large. So fast it will go. It can be colored brightly and hence easily visible. I told for you what is the color of alcohol. It is reddish brown in color. So we can, it is visible for us even minus degrees and even the plus degrees also we can see easily by using that. Here this mercury is used in clinical thermometers and alcohol is used in laboratory thermometer. These are the properties. So its expansion is uniform. It is opaque and shining. It does not stick to the sides of the tube. It's a good conductor of heat. It is easily available in pure state. Then properties of alcohol, it can record very low temperatures. Its expansion per degree Celsius rises in temperature is very large. It can be colored brightly and hence easily visible. This is of the properties of mercury and alcohol. Then how to use the clinical thermometer? Now already I repeated. First we have to store it in a safe place. Why? Because it is glass. We should not, it should not be near to the children. Why? Because when they hold that in a hand, if it slips, it may harm their hand and the legs also. And whenever broken clinical thermometer should not be used. What will happen is, if you are using the broken clinical thermometer, what will happen if the mercury enters into our mouth, we will die. So please, the broken clinical thermometer, mercury is very dangerous. We should be safe with that one. We should not keep reach to the children. And when someone is suffering with a fever, we are having two types of things we can do with the clinical thermometer. One, for the small children, we can keep under the armpit and measure the temperature of that one, whether he is suffering with fever or not. If little bit elders, under the tongue we have to keep that one and observe the time for just 2 minutes. We have to keep under the tongue or under the armpit and see the temperature. When we are seeing the temperature, we have to keep. We should not jerk it. We have to keep exactly like this and we have to see. Now the temperature is 1 or 2 degrees. So the particular person is suffering with fever. The temperature is 98.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Means if the temperature is 98.4 degrees Fahrenheit, what we are telling, that particular person is having normal temperature. If he is having 1 or 2 degrees temperature here, what will we say? He is suffering with fever. So again, what we have to do? We have to jerk the thermometer and just keep in warm water, not hot water, just lukewarm water. We have to keep the thermometer, clean that one, and we have to take the Dettol water and again we have to clean it again in the hot water, and we have to use to the next person. Now I used it for a particular person and again I cannot use for another person. If I use that one, what will happen? This infection will reach to the another person. So we have nowadays all are having their own awareness. They are not using, even the doctors are not ready to use these thermometers. Just they are seeing the temperature and just holding the pulse and they are telling whether we are having fever or not. And we, in our houses itself, we are having our own clinical thermometers to test whether we are suffering with fever or not. Now, when we are using a clinical thermometer, if the measures are wiped out, the measures will be there that 0 degrees from 0 degrees, 10 degrees, 20 degrees, 80 degrees, 90 degrees. In Celsius we will have, and also in the Fahrenheit we will have. If these measurements are wiped out, then what we have to do? For this, how to draw the measures? Will you throw the clinical thermometer and buy the new one? If measures are wiped out, can we find out what is the temperature of the human body? It is not possible. How to measure the temperature of a human body if the measures are wiped out? Then how to write that one? For that, what we have to do here means, now take 2 beakers. Okay, 1 beaker you fill with the ice cubes. one beaker you fill with ice cubes. Take the second beaker. In this, you take the boiled water. So right here, this is ice cubes. This is boiled water. Now, these two beakers are there with you. In one beaker, you are having ice cubes, and in the second beaker, you are having boiled water. Now, you know the melting point of ice is 0 degrees Celsius. Boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Your melting point of ice is 0 degrees Celsius and boiling point of water is 100. Now bring the thermometer and keep in this ice cubes. Now you will see that the mercury level will fall. The mercury level will fall down to a particular point. That where it falls down, there you denote it as 0 degrees Celsius. There you denote it as 0 degrees Celsius. After that, take this thermometer and place it in the, what is that? Take this thermometer and try to place this in boiled water. Now, the mercury level will be increased to a particular point. Up to where the mercury level increased and it stopped, there you note it as 100 degrees Celsius. Now, you got the 0 degrees Celsius in ice and 100 degrees Celsius in boiling water. Now, 0 degrees are there, 100 degrees are there. If now what you have to do, from here in the thermometer scale, here 0 degrees are there, here 100 degrees are there. From here you divide 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Like this you are dividing, and each in between each scale means from here 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. In the middle you are having 10 divisions, 1, 2 smaller divisions, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like in our scale, how we will have centimeters and millimeters. 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter. In between 1 and 2 centimeters, in between how many millimeters we are having? 10 millimeters we are having. In the same way, here also, for each and every degrees, 10 divisions will be present. For each and every clinical thermometer, we will have 10 equal divisions will be noted. So you can mark like this. When the markings on your thermometer are wiped out, what we have to do? We have to take like this 2 beakers and note down the melting point and boiling point, and after that you have to give the remaining scale and you have to divide into 10 equal parts and write the measures on that one, and you can make again back your clinical thermometer. Again you can make back your clinical thermometer by using this. Who invented this thermometer? Galileo invented this thermometer. Who invented this thermometer? Galileo invented this thermometer. And still we are having not only this clinical thermometer and what is that laboratory thermometer, we are having what is that digital thermometer. Okay, thermistor thermometer, and next 6 maximum minimum thermometer. 6 maximum minimum thermometer. Still we are having another 3 more types of thermometers: digital thermometer, thermistor thermometer, then 6 maximum minimum thermometer we are having. So about this digital thermometer, 6 maximum minimum thermometer, thermistor thermometer, tomorrow I will talk. Thank you.